fine, wonderful day. I'm excited to make a nice little airsoft video for you guys since I haven't been active very much on the YouTube channel recently. My name is Mr. Biggersworth313, otherwise known as Anvil, Extreme Prejudice's Executive Officer for Airsoft. What I'm showing you right now is some footage from January 22nd, 2017, basically early this year, before Kalamazoo Airsoft's old field closed down. I'm going to try to give you a running commentary as I get kills so far. I'm thinking it's about, what, my second-ish kill or so, maybe? Roughly 19 kill streak is what I actually counted out at. Yep, that's the second so far. I wasn't sure about this, so I didn't count that particular kill streak. Get full screen. This one's awesome. I feel bad for this poor guy. Bam! Headshot.
Oh, sorry, man. I
Third kill of the day, and it's a headshot on this poor guy.
I feel a little bit bad.
I feel kind of bad about that, like I said. Now, this entire day I was there, we had some issues with
you could just
some particular guys on red team flanking us around, as you can see. So I keep periodically checking my 6 because we've had multiple instances where people have just bum rushed us up.
One's running up.
So keep in mind, again, I'm at 3 kills so far. So I offset my angle, position myself up a little bit, watch the rear just to make sure. See a friendly poke out, so it's like, okay, well,
you're a yellow.
turn back around. I guess I can keep doing my thing. Still 3 kills.
Oh, he's running.
Somebody
Jesus.
getting some poor fool
You got one at the ref
with
tower.
a ridiculous rate of fire gun.
Hey, he's at the ref tower. One at the ref tower. Oh shit!
He goes down to this guy right here. This guy you got to pay attention to. He's full black with mesh goggles, red stripe on his arm. That guy right there was constantly giving us issues. So props to him for being a hard charger the entire day. Like, he was really getting on our backs. I don't know his name though. All right, so I was like 4 kills, 5 kills so far, I think. This is 5th kill.
God damn, I'm bagging him today. I think I got him.
This is going to be, by the way, the first video in a 2-part video series I'm going to make on YouTube, specifically for this exact run that I had. The GoPro splits it off perfectly at 12 minutes, so I figured that's good, so that way it doesn't completely rape my computer for the entire night for editing and rendering and whatnot. So, anyways, we're leaving off about 5-6 kills, I believe.
Give me a moment and I will deal with him.
5 kills was total what the guy in the garage window made. At this point in the film, a bunch of us just randomly go down from, like, God knows where. So I'm pieing the ref tower, I'm watching far, you know. I'm spraying some rounds down range. I'm not sure if I'm getting any solid hits.
One's still in schoolyard.
Still seeing people in schoolyard. Now we're getting shot from the rear again. So it's like, geez, is this guy hitting us from the same angle again? So I keep checking that angle, I go back and start taking rounds again, wondering where the rounds are coming from. And so I keep pieing over to the tires because I'm thinking, okay, maybe they're in the tires. It didn't occur to me that they're on that elevated position way back. Off to the left, you see right about now. There he is. See, I think I shot him, but I know he hit me.
Oh, come on.
So, of course, I got a little salty for a second there.
Dude, come on.
Again, guy in the full black. He shows up again. But that's okay. I've already gotten him once so far. You'll see multiple more instances that he just kind of shows up out of thin air, and, well, it doesn't end well for him.
Excuse me, coming through. Yep,
so I'm sitting at still, I'd say 6 kills-ish.
Dead man walking.
So I go back in. I respawn after walking for a good solid minute because I'm lazy and fat and I don't work out. Finally decided to get off my ass and run.
They have most of outside, I think.
Grab it, pop the button.
I think they have most of outside.
So keep in mind, I've gotten about, what was it, 6 kills solid?
I can take their inside,
maybe
I
7?
think.
6 or
What's
7?
in my backpack?
So I decide, you know what, this time I'm going to be a little bit different. Maybe I'll start working my inside game. You know, outside seems to be handled quite well by our team, as is evident. We're very widely spaced.
Yeah, I know.
So I decide to watch the kitchen door.
Ooh.
I think that was an 8th kill right there.
Did I hit him?
You can't quite tell in the GoPro footage, but I was hitting very close to an individual very far in between those buildings.
I'm getting right on him.
He wasn't really reacting.
One at the brewery, at the window.
And what you're about to see is me pie an angle, and bam, there's the red right there. I just barely caught it on film and on my eyesight while I was obviously on field. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to deal with him. He's probably watching the angle. Go back. That's 9th kill right there. Bagged right in the arm. Triple shot. Remember what I said about the guy in the black showing up? I already killed him once already. So I hear some movement. So I just kind of decide I'm going to watch the angle by the barrels. Be real passive, you know. That's what part of this entire video is about, is me being extremely passive in an indoor close quarters environment. Keep in mind, most of their team was also running outside. They were trying to really give us major issues. I believe the objective was outside, so it was mostly just inside was being used for flanking. Bam! One shot. That's 10th kill.
I knew you were sneaking around somewhere.
This guy tried to sneak up, and it didn't work for him because it just took one round to the chest. So I decided to clear in a little bit. This is the dark zone. I love this particular area because of the high-mounted windows and the 3 solid cover walls. And because I'm short as balls, I don't really have issues with using it for cover. Bam! 11 kills so far. That's the 11th kill. So I decide, you know what? Off positioning really does help. A lot of people like to go through this left angle, so I decide I'm going to hunker down, watch the little window, and wait. And keep waiting. While I'm sitting here waiting, you'll probably hear a little bit of gunfire in the background. Let me just describe the rifle. I had recently acquired an Elite Force RSKP, which, of course, was a rebranded Red Jacket Firearms rifle. As you all know, the Red Jacket Firearms craze and all that wonderful stuff I'm not going to go into detail on. This is basically one of my few times I actually got to use the AK. I mean, at the time I hadn't gotten a lot of field time with it, and I hadn't actually tried it in a close quarters environment. So I took it with me when I went to this particular outing on KZoo with a couple of friends, hoping to get a little bit of action with it. And I obviously got very much so, a lot of action. So we're still sitting at about 11 kills right now, total. I'd say from the time that I actually got shot, I'm outside first. It's 8, 11, that's like 3 or 4. Either way, 11 kills total. I'm just going by the total kill count. So I'm waving some friendlies up, and as I'm doing that, I know they're covering my back for the most part. I decide, oh gee, there's a very nice angle on garage right here. So I decide I'm going to play passive and watch that angle. Watch for movement. You know, I got a clear advantage here. Nobody's really looking inside. I'm not making a lot of noise. And then I spot someone on the edge. 12, 13, 14. 14 kills. Also, the last guy you saw at the corner of the yellow wall happened to also be the 3rd time that I got the guy in the full black. So, food for thought. This guy was not having a good day with me on the inside. So that's 14 hits. 15. 15 kills. Not doing too bad for one of my rounds here at KZoo with just an AK and a simple little USP compact. So I decide this is probably a good idea since I've basically massacred a majority of their forces in that garage room to displace into a much more cheeky little angle. So I displace off this little L barricade and listen to the left and the right. And I hear someone coming up on my right, so I decide, okay, I'm going to just place my rifle up and wait, see what happens. Bam, another hit.
Sorry, man. Sorry about that, man.
So that's about 15. I'm not sure if that was a 16th. I can't discern from the footage, and I cannot remember for the life of me, since this was almost a year ago, what all happened right there. So I decide I'm going to go in my dark room and draw my pistol. I am running my gun on a single-point sling at this time.
I'm a yellow.
And so I decided to keep holding the dark room since it's always a good safe position. And that poor fucker got beamed in the frickin' chest. 17 hits so far. Again, this is a straight-up running commentary. I'm not editing this commentary at all. I'm just slapping this together directly with the 12 minutes that I'm going to put up for you guys. And it's going to be the same thing for part 2, which I believe was more pistol action, if I recall correctly. So it's 17. And let's see, I think I got one more at least. 1 or 2 more before I get downed. I know I do get downed recently, though, in this next part of footage. So I see a flashlight. This side I'm going to displace right a little bit. 18. $19. 20. He was already kind of out, I think, though. So I count that it's just 19 so far. So I don't know if you saw, but when I crossed that one barrier into all the barrels right there, you see that red line on the ground? You cannot cross that and be stationary, because that's technically their spawn.
Good shot.
And here's where I get shot in the face, you know. Guy with the red, he finally got his revenge. I got him 3 to him getting me technically once in this round. So it was a pretty good run so far. So anyways, that's the end of the first video. That's wrapping it up. I hope you guys have enjoyed this so far. If so, leave a like, leave a comment. Hell, you know what? Subscribe if you really like this shit. Let me know what you want to see next. Hope you enjoyed.